Everybody, and welcome to VCA28 close and VCA29 open. So back to back from a mega VCA to a standard VCA, pretty awesome stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy as people join this live stream over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Hope you guys have fun. Cardano TV, really excited about this one. Pivot point. Yeah, it really is Cardano TV, a very big pivot point. Interesting, the timing also is obviously the market's done that second big pullback that we talked about the last couple of days. Said just be careful purchasing because likely to come back again. It's also likely to do a third one, so just be very, very careful with your choices at the moment. And so really cool. Morning, Axion brothers and sisters, says Cardano TV. So morning to you, Cardano. Very cool indeed. And yeah, it's going to be fun times. Look at this auction, it's looking great. This is a really turning point, as Cardano points out. So welcome everybody. Hit that like button, smash it, smash the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Hit the bell for further notifications, of course, and share if you are able to. That really helps support this channel. So we're continuing to climb on this channel. Over 1,600 subscribers now, and that's going really nicely. So let's just keep that going. Obviously, over time, it gets bigger and bigger on the YouTube algorithms, picks up more people. So it's very cool indeed. And once, obviously, the price starts moving up, you'll see this. It will get hammered with people coming into the community because obviously price is a big signal, and people like to chase it up. So very cool. All right, so let's quickly check out the current auction at the moment. VCA Mega Auction 28. We've got 51 minutes to go in the sniping hour. Typically the opening and the closing, we call that the sort of sniping hour now in Axion, and that's where we're at. So we've got 1.18 billion Axion up for grabs, 194,163 US dollars, and Axion prices are at 0.001637, and we've got 43.55 ETH. Beautiful, as they say. Fantastic, 97,309. That's really good stuff. We're at 2.3884 Bitcoin paid to stakers. Beautiful thing. 2.8 Bitcoin has actually been purchased with this ETH. So obviously 85% of that is 2.38. And that goes to stakers. 86,342 US dollars. Awesome stuff. So if you have got your share percentage will determine how much you get of that, of course, but 4 times a week you're getting those beautiful wrap Bitcoin divs. Obviously the market goes through cycles. We see that at the moment we're going through a couple of little pullbacks, not little pullbacks, a couple of big pullbacks, so just take that into account. We've got 43.55 ETH versus 78.2 is our sellout target. So 78.2, we are doing really well. The Uniswap rate is 13.5 million, and the auction rate 10% cheaper, and that's just under 14.9 million. That was over 15.3 earlier, so interesting stuff there. 14.9, and that's 10% discount. So what do you do if you go into a VCA? You get 10% wrap Bitcoin back to your wallet pretty much immediately. So if you put 10 ETH in, you're going to get 1 ETH worth of wrap Bitcoin back to your wallet, your MetaMask or whatever other wallet. We've got 70 wallets now, so fantastic. And also you basically get that up to 10% discount to the market in the auction price. So 2 benefits: 10% wrap Bitcoin and 10% potentially discount to market in terms of your auction price, which you can see there is well above the Uniswap market price there. So pretty cool. That's what's in, folks. If you want to get into today's VCA or tomorrow's one, hit the link below, and that will take you to the Axion site there. It will take you to this side here. This is the auction page. It's the second tab. All you have to do is link up your wallet. It can be a MetaMask or something else, and you can then just click send max with your Ethereum, put your bid in, type that in. So if you want to do 1 ETH, you can click send, and it will go in, and you'll get a new line item in the auction page, and then at the end of the auction you can withdraw and stake that. So there's 2 transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Gas is not too bad at the moment. Has been cheaper during the day, but we're currently let's quickly pull up the gas just as we so, and then I'll hit the chat because I'm sure we've got some more people coming in. Once again, great to see you. Let yourself be known in the chat. We always like to get that community dialogue going. Let us know how things are going. Obviously the market's pulling back, and Axion is in that group that's been pulling back. So let's have a quick look here on the gas fee here. And you can see now at the moment 73 fast, which is not too bad historically, given what the gas fees are, but not as low as it has been. If we scroll down, we can see that A fast transfer is $3.43. A swap on Uniswap. A swap on Uniswap. There we are, getting tongue-tied there. There's between $17 and $22 pretty much. And we can see if we go down to the historic, we were up at 315 Gwei about 9 hours ago. We've come down 109, just coming down. We were hitting into the 40s for a while. That's beautiful. And we're currently at 72. We probably could get some lower gas during the sniping hour and in the opening hour for the next VCA29. So just watch that. That's potential. And obviously that dramatically lowers the entry fee and withdrawal and stake fees for the auction. But still not too bad. Obviously 94 is a bit on the high side, but if you can get 70 or something or lower, that's not too bad under the circumstances. Obviously when we get Axion version 3 coming up, we're not going to hardly ever talk about gas fees. It'll be very rare that we talk about gas fees once Axion version 3 is coming out. When's it coming out, you ask? It's this quarter, is the planned, expected this quarter, and subject to no further design issues or anything, but expected Q2. So that's by the end of June. Very nice indeed. And that's going to be a game changer for Axion, and it will be basically the only solution I know of on the Ethereum blockchain that actually deals with the gas fees properly and dramatically reduces them up to a factor of 8 on staking. So that's dramatic. So obviously the lower the Gwei, that factor of 8 seems to just apply. So we're talking about $6 to $8 on a 200 Gwei price, and obviously if it's 30 Gwei, 40 Gwei, then that's maybe $1 or $2 at most. So looking pretty cool there. I'm excited about it. Hope you are too. And we'll probably just ignore the current market and price at the moment, and just if you're going to buy while it's cheap, right? That's the old thing, and they can pick up lots more for when the market recovers. That's just the way it goes. All right, Cardano TV, perfect storm for the three best staking coins: Hex, Pulse, Axion, and Cardano. Absolutely, Cardano TV, man, you're onto it. You're a visionary. Hex, Pulse, Axion, and Cardano. Woohoo! For the premier staking coins, absolutely, they're going to show up because they are deflationary proof. Bear proof. They're down market proof. Obviously, there's staking coins. You're getting an APY on them. They're pretty awesome. You're getting dividends. All sorts of stuff just continues on. You can see that in the market today. The market's down 2 days. We've had 2 days down with the big days, and look at Axion just selling out this auction. So looking good. So let's go back to the auction there, and we're at 43.55. We're going to check out some of the bidders in there as well. It's going to be pretty fun. Hope you get yourself a drink, hot cocoa, coffee, a cup of tea, beverage, maybe a light beer, who knows, a nice little wine. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Put in your comments when you need to, and have your say. We'd like to get those comments in there. Well, I'll probably get some Alex and some of our other moderators in, very knowledgeable, and they'll be in the chat hopefully eventually over the next hour and a half to 2 hours. So it's going to be a bit of fun. We've got 2 back-to-back VCAs. This is exciting. You don't get this in other crypto projects, and this is a value token, staking token, and so that's huge. Certificate of deposit, which is really a supercharged one because it's really closer to a mutual fund these days. We're adding more tokens, more rewards for max stakers, more AEOs, more airdrops, fiat gateways, credit cards. It's all coming. The ultimate staking platform on Ethereum with low gas fees once Axion version 3.0 comes out. So you can see there's a lot coming, folks, and so you just got to ride through this current market at the moment, which after we've had such a big bull run, you expect a bit of breathers if we're going to move back up. So we might go like this and move back up like that. But that could be quite sharp, that first pullback. We might see 2 or 3 of them. We've basically seen 2. We could see a third one, and have been talking about the last couple of days just to be careful. Some people thought, oh, I'll come in and buy some more. Just since we did talk about saying just be careful. I said it's likely to fall again. Just what happens in these situations. If you've been in the 2017, 2018, you're used to the sort of rough stuff, and even if you're in the previous one before that, even though the rate it was absolutely lower, you saw the same sort of jig-jaggy when the markets go down. So just take care. But there's a good chance that we could need a healthy correction if we're going to move higher anyway. So we've got 2 scenarios playing, but just be cautious at the moment. Maybe if you've got US dollars, maybe just best to hold them at the stage. But once again, just to take care out there. All right. Let's quickly go here. So we're looking at that. Let's get the calculator out and work out actually how much has actually been sold. Obviously, we've got 1.18 billion. That's over 2 times VCA. Standard VCAs are 500 million, but this is a mega VCA. It's also the wash-up VCA for Fridays. Obviously, things that aren't sold in the other VCAs get wrapped up into the Friday, and this is very low, 1.18 billion. We had 1.9 billion before that, 2.1 billion before that. So demand is going the right direction. All the fundamentals actually going beautiful, and like we say in the previous weeks, the price will catch up at some stage, I'm sure, as we get that liquidity squeeze on. But the fundamentals demand's showing up in these VCAs. Very cool. All right, so let's go here. 1.18 divided by what did we say? 0.5. So we've basically got 2.36 standard VCAs in today's mega auction. 2.36. So that's pretty cool. So typically we're just trying to sell out one VCA, but we're trying to sell out 2.36 VCAs in one day here in the mega auction. So let's have a quick look. We're at 43.55 ETH divided by 78.46, and that is 55.5% sold out of, and that's of the total amount, 2.36 VCAs. So pretty cool. So if we actually look at that 0.5 divided by 1.18, which is just a standard VCA over the total amount that we've got up, which is 2.3 VCAs, we're at 40. That's 42. So let's times that by 78.46. So our target for a standard VCA would be 33 Ethereum, 33.24. And you can see that we're well above that on 43.5. So we've already sold out one VCA. We're trying to sell out that 1.36 extra VCA that we've gotten here, if you're keeping up with me on this one. So there we are. So let's have a quick. So 33.24, and we're at 43. So let's put that into the memory there. And we've got 43.55 divided by memory recall there, 33.2. And we are doing 30% above that. So we're already eating it into the second VCA amount. Looking cool. I'm feeling pretty positive that we'll get some decent bids in there before the end of the 40 minutes. But obviously we've got another 500 million standard VCA coming in after that. But that's a long time, 24 hours to sell that one out. So cheers everybody, this is going real nice. We've had some really good momentum in the last couple of weeks. It's been going really good. All right, let's get in the chat there. See some comments that may be in place. No, well, just Cardano TV looking good. Staking and high interest and high APY. Protection of assets against the volatility of pumps and dumps in the bear market. Absolutely right, Cardano TV. Spot on. So these are the special things with value tokens, which basically have share rates and who the ones out there. They're all designed differently. Like I say, there's like a KFC, a McDonald's, and a Burger King. And we've got Axion out there. We've got Wise Token, and we've got Hex, all offering something different. They all have the foundations that kind of similar. They have share rates, but the rest of the stuff on top of it's all different now. So they're all divergent into different things. So they offer different things. So you can see obviously with Axion you get wrapped Bitcoin and Axion dividends on top of the 8% inflation, and Hex you're basically getting a 40% APY as a basic foundation on a certificate of deposit with a 3.69% inflation. And obviously in Wise you're going to multiple chains and you're adding in extra financial features like lending, liquidity pools, and obviously staking. Those are the three main products on top of Wise, and they're doing a 4% inflation. 3% goes to stakers, 1% goes to referrals on that one. So you see the differences in each of those, very different, but they offer something different for everybody. And those are the ones that I think are going to stand out in the future. Obviously Hex has already shown as the leader in the space that it's already boomed, and that's what is it, a year and a half now into play. And obviously Axion just passed it 6 months, a year if you include the first seed of the idea, but 6 months of running auctions, and we're in our 7th month now. And obviously Wise just launched on Wise Binance Chain, so they've got Wise ETH and Wise Binance Chain. So lots of stuff happening in that space. These tokens are going to stand out. You got all the rest of the tokens they can have their liquidity pooled, their pump and dump. They've got a lot of weak ones. There's some good DeFi's out there which will be around. They've got a lot of securities and custodial stuff in place, but Axion really is standing out as one of the long-term value tokens, and it is bear resistant, but not invincible, but bear resistant. And you obviously got the volumes to offset price decreases, which helps as well. And you got the dividends coming in, rolling in. So if you're max stake, which is part of the culture in Axion, then you're going to do extremely well. Remember, Axion's got the highest organic percentage of stakers So we're up at about 84%, maybe a bit higher actually if you exclude another dev wallet there. So very exciting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that overview, but that's the space that we're in, and obviously markets have pullbacks, and that's what we've got at the moment. So let's have a look here. Just 43.55. Let's go check out the price at the moment. We've got 000164, and we've got 5.6 million in US liquidity, 305,000 US dollars, so still low daily volume, and obviously that's with the price declining as well. 1,264 ETH and 17.1 billion, so we're back over that 17 billion mark there, and so obviously we just basically need the price to go up like it did yesterday for that to reverse. Because we had a little pump yesterday. Now you can see the hourly chart on there, it's not the daily chart, and you can see some of the buys and sells there. We've actually got a few bots in there at the moment. We don't typically see bots so much on the Axion one, but there we are. We've got a couple of buys going in there. You can see that going in there, very cool. The Gwei's down at 66, so that's a bit cheaper. That's where we want to be for our auction, especially the sniping hours. People want to exit and enter into this. Go into the end. So that's better for our people. Once again, once we get Axion Vision 3 out, it's going to be game changer. I'm so stoked for it. As you can probably tell, I just talk about it a lot because it is a game changer for Axion. And it's going to be, I think, the preeminent solution on the Ethereum blockchain. People are probably going to come to Axion devs and try and get if they can't understand the code, they're going to, if it's not that, they're going to try and come and get some of that IP from them. So watch the space on that, because these guys have reworked the whole thing. So very cool on that one. So let's have a look. I think we've gone through that price there. Let's have a look at the chart briefly as we wait for some Ethereum to come in to today's VCA. Once again, you can hit the link below, hook up your wallet to the staking platform, and get in there on that one. And all you have to do is send your Ethereum into there, click send max, put your Ethereum bid in, and in you go. 2 transactions cost, of course, going in, and then the second one is withdrawing and staking. Once, of course, you do that on the auction page, your stake will end up on the stake page, so you can actually check that on there, and you'll get all your metrics up as well, like your share percentage and stuff like that if you're new to Axion. So very cool. Let's have a look at this is the hourly candle, obviously a big red there, but we've got the market's been pulled back as well. Market did actually did a big jump, a big pump or bounce as we call it, and so that's where I was just saying, I said in the videos, said, oh, we're likely to get a bounce, but be careful because it's going to come back. We got the bounce and it come back, so if you've been in the markets long enough, you kind of see that stuff happening. So obviously there's a lot of seasoned pros on watching this live stream, but for those who are a bit newbie to crypto, we do see those. So we're actually expecting that to come, and it did come. So there we are, and let's have a look at the daily candles on here. I'm just going to full screen this. This is the daily candles, and we're going to go right back to the beginning of our launch. You can see all the days. We can actually still fit it into our chart quite easily from when we launched back here, 18th December, and you can see they're all going up there. And we're down here. Oh boy, we are just below the long-term support of that channel that we had before the VCA launched. This here was that channel bouncing up and down, and we're back. We're not quite back down to the low here. What was the low? 000937. That's a big low. No, sorry, quadruple 0937. We're not quite back down there, and obviously we're going to wait to see. But obviously the market's pulling back, so let's just quickly check that out. And we'll go into there. We've got the market went back over 40,000. We're very psychological, but it didn't quite make the 42, which is where the technical charts were saying if it goes below 42, then it's going to pretty much dive down as the probability. And of course, when it rebounced up, it bounced up just before 42, and so it's managed not to go back over that support, and so that became resistance. That 40 to 42 mark there, very important. So we're back down to 35,911. Ethereum went back up to what's 2,900. Now it's back to 2,200, and we talked about that at the time because I think when we were live streaming it was somewhere between 27 29, and we just saying be careful out there on that one because it could be a little bit of a trick as usual. We got shorters in the market now. We've got big players in the market. Quickly take opportunities with the fear that starts to come in when you have a big pullback. That's why you can expect it to go boom, boom, boom. And we saw that on the first big pullback. You saw it come down. It sort of stops there, goes up a little bit, and then it went down again. it comes up a bit and went down. So we had about like 3 of those make things. That's basically shorters and other players jumping on the line, borrowing money, selling down the price, stuff like that going on. So we just got to wait things to settle out a bit. And there we are. There is buying opportunities. Just got to be, like I say, just to be a bit more aware about where that is. Obviously, Binance Coin under 300 seems like a pretty good price at the moment. But I'm just wondering whether we'll get a third one here. If we do go below 2,000 on Ethereum, that is going to be a big deal. And then we're way back down again. So that would show quite market weakness. I don't think we're quite in the bear market yet. It might look like that with that big 40% pullback. But you can see we're 46 on Ethereum. That's not quite there yet, but I think if we get another move down, we could be back into a bear market there. Although the market, like I say, can do anything, as we know in crypto. And it has operated similar to 2017-18, but a few differences as well. We had those prolonged months up of Bitcoin up in that 50,000-60,000 mark. It was quite a long period up in there. And it seems to have followed off a Wickoff pattern. So some interesting stuff that's happening there. So yes, interesting stuff. Cardano down at 140 and XRP down at 85. Wow. And so yeah, Polkadot. So if you've got some US dollars and stuff like that, you could probably, some people will be going out doing a bit of shopping, but just be aware that obviously if there's another move down, you could even get it cheaper. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Still feeling pretty like it's going to move back, but just got to be a bit patient with that one at the moment. All right, so that's some of the prices stuff there. Obviously there's Axion. We're going to move that up to chart. And we're just tracking along here on the day. Obviously got negative figures on the MACD and the CCI. Obviously with the price there's action as well. Basically breaking all those support levels. So we'll just have to wait and see where it lands. And hopefully that if the market holds here, then we shouldn't see it go too much further and then start to rebound as people get a bit of confidence. So we'll just have to wait, folks. That's it. That's what we say. All right, let's get back to the auction there. Still 43.55, so still waiting for some more Ethan, but we've got 31 minutes to go in the sniping hour for VCA28, so looking good. And look at that rate, still beautiful rate, 14.8 million, very nice indeed. I know some people that went into yesterday's auction got some good results there and came out there with that. So I think that even though this is low at the moment, you buy low, that's the old thing. It's just a matter of people always trying to pick the bottom, and that can be tricky at this stage. So we're waiting for just get some support there in the market, get it quiet down a bit, and then people get a bit more confidence. They start edging their way back into the market. Obviously, there's some big players also can move the market up and down very quickly. I note that Elon Musk did delete his tweet apparently, so there we are. He didn't want to get too much backfire from the crypto market. We're a pretty big community, so he did probably annoy a few people with his tweet about the Bitcoin one there. So I think he's actually deleted that. So there we are, folks. That's where we're at. So let's go to the chat. And I think John Atkinson's in the house. Hi, everybody. Hi, John Atkins. Good to see you again. And Cardano TV. My tip is to sacrifice as much as you can. Once in a lifetime opportunity, then come back and hoover up Axion and all your favorite coins with your mad pulse gains. That's a really good advice. So obviously we've talked about Pulsechain a couple of times, and I think it's a pretty big opportunity. There's the 2 phases. The first phase, and it could start this weekend. So we're just waiting, we're all waiting basically, and we're waiting for the final gamification as well, the final features of how the actual work. But basically the idea is the first phase is a sacrifice phase for the Pulsechain, and there will be a website and people will log on with their wallet, like a MetaMask wallet. So it's reducing the security issues that are around, because obviously people have to sacrifice their ERC20 tokens, and basically the US dollar value is what counts. And so you're putting it into the sacrifice. Yes, you don't own it anymore, of course. It goes to the sacrifice address for that particular token. And once you're on it, you basically get on the website, nominate the ones that you're going to put your tokens in. It will show you the addresses, and then you basically have to send it to those addresses. It will register your US dollar value of that at the time of the day that you put it in, and that will then correspond to whatever the rest of the gamification is for that day. And I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, whether there's a certain amount of pulse for each day, or how that's going to play out exactly with the final gamification. So we're looking for that, but the basic idea is that it's going to run for 30 days. There's going to be different types of days in there with different incentives. And looks like probably 2/3 of the time there's going to be a cost rising, so you're going to get less pulse after a certain. I think maybe the first week will be pretty decent, but then after that you're going to get a negative discount, all designed to make sure that everyone gets in kind of early. So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously you want to get the best result in Pulse, but it's going to be basically about 10 to 1,000 to 1, so it's a pretty big deal. And then there's going to be price discovery. Looks like all those coins once, so that's the first phase. Then there'll be a couple of days calibration at the end, and then there'll be somewhere between, just after that, will probably be launched of the second phase, which is the actual Pulsechain mainnet will launch. And then that will have a copy of all the ERC20 tokens, bar a couple. And we have talked about that may include not Wise, not Axion, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But that's potentially the case because they're copies. Well, they originally were copies of Hex, but obviously they're very different now to where they were. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Plus a few other tokens around. But pretty much most of ERC20's tokens will be copied over, and obviously that's how it's going to work. So that's pretty cool because we're all going to get double bags of whatever is 20. And obviously the chain for Pulsechain is going to have 4 times more throughput, and it's designed to be rather cheap. So the main thing is to deal with that cost. So that's pretty much the way the second phase of Pulsechain works. So we'll see how that goes. John Robinson's in the house. Hello again, friends. So hopefully that helps with the Pulsechain thing. That's why we're talking about it. So people will be sacrificing their valuable tokens into the sacrifice, all to get Pulse. And Pulse will be kind of like the equivalent of Ethereum on the Pulsechain. So that's why it's going to be valuable. It's going to pretty much start at 0, so that people don't get any the tax issues around it. But then it looks like it's going to be massive price discovery, and it could go to parity with the equivalents of Ethereum. We'll see where that goes. And so there's huge upside potential at the beginning, and then as it tries to discover prices, I believe that's also going to be the case on ERC20 tokens. So that's going to be a really unbelievable moment. They call it the biggest airdrop in history, of course, and so it's going to be exciting stuff there. And people are after cheaper fees. They want layer 1 chains preferably. Obviously we got layer 2 stuff like Matic and stuff like that dominating. We've got bridges, obviously heaps of projects doing bridges. A lot of them are still struggling to do it successfully, from layer 2 to layer 1, for example. If you want to get from Matic, for example, on say QuickSwap over to BSC chain, that can actually be quite hard. But here's a little trick for you folks. If you've got a Bitfury account, then you can basically deposit onto Bitfury, and then you can withdraw onto Bitfury using different chains. That's a little trick from me, because you're going to find it hard to find certain bridges for other ones there. But have a look at Bitfury, because you can. It's basically a casino, but you can get on there. You can deposit funds and then withdraw it out to another chain. They have Tron, they have BSC, they have ETH. So if you've wanted that sort of stuff, there's a little trick for you I discovered yesterday. So nice one there, because I was looking around all the bridges trying to find a decent bridge. Some of them are confusing, some of them don't work properly. And so if you want to get that, it was pretty fluid. I couldn't believe, I was laughing at myself. Obviously I'm actually a promoter of Bitfury. I've probably got the second largest Bitfury YouTube channel. It's quite interesting that I had been sitting on that all the time, and there way I could bridge through. Hadn't really thought about using it for that, but there we are. There's a little trick for you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that one. A lot of people are trying to do bridges between layer 2, layer 1. Obviously layer 2s are basically got close to 0 fees using Matic token, for example, and other stuff like that. So obviously Cardano's coming out soon with the smart contracts. So that's got to be coming pretty close. Hey, Cardano TV, let us know when you think that's actually going to come into play. Obviously, people keep talking about that, and I'm certainly not an expert in that space. So Cardano TV, if you've got any insights on that one, let us know. Cheers, cheers. Chin, chin, as it were. All right, 24 minutes in, and we're still counting down the ETH. So let's just pull up that calculator. Just forgot how much percentage was sold. I think it was 55 or something. There we are. So 43.55 divided by 79.59, and so we're currently 55% basically sold at the moment. So cool runnings, as they say in the movie. Cool runnings. We've got 23 minutes to go. 24 minutes to see what's happened. Let's actually go down back onto the other side. And let's have a look. Oh, not that one. Let's have a look down here, and we'll go to activity. and we'll check this out because I wanted to go back in time, way back in time. Back to the future is where we're going to go. We're going to go back in time though, back to the future, and then we'll return. So let's scroll down here. We'll go right back to our opening hour pretty much. If you joined me for that, it was a lot of fun. We had a good start to the VCA. 23, 20. Here we are. I think we're just about there, back in time. Yeah, we had so many bids at the opening. I think we're done there. So what we had a dolphin came with a 6.2 ETH. Then we had 0.1 from a shrimp. We had this little one from this shrimp. I couldn't understand this one. Why would you even bother doing this? I don't know what's going on there. That was $6.68 they put into the auction. That would have cost them more to do the actual enter and then to withdraw as well. That makes no sense at all. Then they got then we had a shrimp bid an 8.63 ETH. That was pretty epic. I remember that was good. We had a dolphin put 0.69, a fish point 1.2. Very cool. And what's that max share? Look at that max share. That was, I remember talking about that. It was awesome. A dolphin became a shark. That was really cool. And then we got 0.14 from a dolphin. And that was so that was early on. You can see that's early on. Interesting to look at the profile of when stuff comes in, right? And look at all those new stakes there. That's a beautiful thing. All those fishes, look. Beautiful. New investors. Love it. Pretty cool. And then let's have a look here. Looking for some more bids. So we had a bit of a gap there. A couple hour gap maybe. 2 hours. And then we had 1 ETH from a dolphin. And then we're coming through. Let's have a look here. I don't think I've missed anything. Yeah, then so we had quite a quiet period for that whole period. Like many hours. What was that? 22? Probably about 7 hours. And then we got this fish bid in half an ETH, and we're coming down. Now we're about 11 hours away, so we've got 0.15, 0.39, 0.2, all from fishes and squids. Very little counts. It's really good to see all these new investors coming in. Beautiful thing. All small investors if they're not new. Very cool. And then we had a bid from another fish. This is really cool. How many fishes in today? Auction. This is so good. And the gas fees have been generally lower, as we saw. There were a couple of hours that were quite high. But not too bad. Then we had a dolphin did 1.25 ETH, and we're scrolling through here pretty fast now, coming into the future. That's where the Back to the Future part comes in. And now we're up to, what, 3 hours ago, 6 ETH from a dolphin. That's a pretty decent one there. Obviously, they get 10% back there, so they got almost $1,400 back in wrapped Bitcoin. 85%, of course, went to stakers, 11,600 or 0.32 that one. So that's pretty decent there. Easy to show you that one. Then we had a fish come in about an hour ago, 1.3 ETH, so that's really cool. And that's gone in. Then we had a whale come in with 15 ETH. Boy, they're still around. Just when you think the whales aren't around, all the sharks, and there they come out of nowhere. They come out of the water. 15 ETH there. Now, obviously, they got $3,300 back, 0.916 Bitcoin, and of course, 28,000 went to stakers. That's you and me. 0.7784 BTC. Very cool. And then we got another bit there, 0.3 from a dolphin. That's where we are at the moment. So we're back to the future for sure. And we'll go check out this auction again. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Okay, final 20 minutes of VCA28, 1.18 billion, 43.55 Ethereum in there already, 55% sold out. Obviously, we're eating up into the second standard VCA. We're all basically sold out, about 130% of VCA at the moment, the standard one, which is 500 million. So we're trying to sell out to 2.36 times the standard size. So that's a pretty cool metric to consider. That shows you that demand's pretty bullish. And if we could sell this whole thing out, that would be really impressive. But if we get to 70-80% of that, that's really good too. So that'd be cool. And man, if we got even close to $1 billion, that's 2 VCAs we sold out, and then the rest of it will just roll over to next Friday. That's cool. It's all good, as we say. Yeah, Will Smith might say that. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's quickly check some of the stuff here. Cardano TV, great bridge tip. Thanks. Yeah, that's a good one, eh, Cardano? Watch the next Cardano 360 episode on IOHK YouTube channel and end of the month roundup, and should be some big announcements coming. All right, so Cardano 360 episode on IOHK. So we've got to check that out. And then at the end of the month roundup, and that should be coming up pretty soon. What day is it now? 22nd here. So that's got to come up soon, and there should be some big announcements. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's the next 6 weeks or something, isn't it? So Cardano TV says Charles Hoskinson has stated that Alfonso's smart contract update will be rolled out in several color branded phases, white and blue, etc. Okay, we'll look up for that. I think that's one of the biggest events in crypto amongst the top tokens, or coins, I should say. So we'll watch out for that with the Cardano one. The hog. What the hell are you talking about, Pulse? Hey, we've already talked about Pulse hog. We've moved on now. Cardano TV. Smart people are buying Pulse to pump their Axion bags. Where do you buy Pulse and howdy, Superman? Hey, yeah, so we just talked about that. So basically there's two phases. There's this first phase where you have the optional. It's optional. You can sacrifice ERC20 tokens or other popular tokens that will be on a list, and you can put that onto sacrifice those into addresses. That will run over 30 days or so, and then after that, then they'll have launched a mainnet for Pulse, and you basically get your Pulse airdrop for that. And then there'll be a lot of price discovery. It's pretty much probably going to start at 0, so it's going to be a bit of craziness at the beginning, I'm sure. But there's implied value, maybe even parity with Ethereum price, obviously distributed to a number of tokens. I think it's 10,001. So we'll wait for all the final gamification details that should be out. There's been a lot of design discussion, so it can get a little confusing exactly what the final thing is, but that's the basics of it. There's going to be a website, of course, where you can log on with your MetaMask wallet or other account, and then it will just register your deposits that way. And so that's pretty useful, and that reduces any security issues and scammers, which will be out in force. So make sure you only go to the official channel. Don't use any other links, only the official channel links on Pulsechain, on Telegram or somewhere like that, and Richard Hart or Hex or something. But watch out for any copycats of Richard Hart. Make sure you got the right one. These are the sort of things that it will get onslaughted, because this is going to be a pretty big event in crypto, I'm sure. The second phase, of course, is the mainnet will be launched, and basically you can do nothing. That's the one where you just do nothing, and if you've got ECR20 tokens, they'll get copied over onto the Pulse chain, because basically it's a fork of Ethereum, and you'll basically get a copy for nothing. So you don't have to do nothing, you don't have to worry, you don't have to enter the sacrifice. You can just sit back, and you're going to have a copy of your tokens over there, and then there'll be price discovery over there, and we'll find out what it's all worth, and it will all end up on the other side, so you don't have to do anything. Yeah, there we are. I think it's going to be pretty incredible, and probably, like I said, Katana says the hog. Dear God, that sounds crazy. It is pretty crazy. It is. It's a huge event, and it's supposed to supplement Ethereum, but I actually think that it will probably take quite a bit of market share from them, especially from small to medium investors. It's going to be quite an interesting time if they can get lower fees, because people are pretty tired of Ethereum fees, and thank goodness Axion has done version 3 coming up, because they're going to stay on the Ethereum but deal with the issue on Ethereum and do some pretty revolutionary IP and really set Axion apart from that point of view. It is a game changer, folks. Pretty epic. Like I say, Wise Token, great project, but it's had to go multi-chain. So they're launching on multi-chains, which is actually a nice little ecosystem strategy. But then they're pulling financial revenues on top of that to supplement the staking. That's a cool model. I love that model. But they're not solving really the gas fee issues on Ethereum. They're pretty much stuck there at that. Whereas Axion is actually got an awesome solution, do an 8-factor decrease in staking in particular, obviously dramatically decreasing auction entries and stuff like that. And you can imagine your Bitcoin withdrawals are going to be super low. They're already the cheapest thing to do on the Axion staking platform. They're going to be super duper low. Hey, boom! We just got some big massive Ethereum in there, 73.55. Woo! We're sold. We're just about sold. We only got 5 left, maybe 4.5. Mind blown. Wow, I couldn't believe that. That's just crazy stuff. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's some epic stuff. We're going to wait to find out who put that in there, but that's pretty awesome stuff. Now, let's have a look here. Going to be the ride of a lifetime, says Katana. Gas cheaper, says the hog. Ridiculously cheap gas. Absolutely, says Katana TV. 30 million ETH coming. Yeah, something. Meth. Is that 30 meth? It's pretty big, John Atkins. Well done. Woohoo! There's OMG, what's happening there? It's absolutely awesome, man. That is some crazy stuff right there. Crazy. That's crazy stuff. That's pretty awesome, man. I was expecting like 10 ETH or 5 ETH or 15 ETH, but no, it got smashed. A big count came in. 30 ETH. Maybe it was a big whale. Maybe it was the board of investors. I don't know. It's a big deal. Remember, this is a significant turning point. As Cardano TV pointed out, this mega VCA was a turning point because demand There's not going to be this big mega. I said that this could be the last mega VCA we see for some time. I'm not saying that there won't be another one that's big, but maybe this could be we're only going to have standard VCAs now. Maybe demand's going to be that point. That's why I said fundamentals have been turning in our direction really strongly, and these auction tweaks have been really good. And don't forget, I think we've got 2 votes coming up. They have been delayed, so there's obviously a lot of stuff going on there. Maybe some other stuff's going in place. I'm expecting those votes to come out soon, but I did ask Punky about that. He just said, yeah, they've got some other things going, but they will be out some stage. But obviously they're delaying that just to make sure things are right, which is cool. We want things to be right, not rushed. Yeah, pretty awesome there. Look at that, $162,683 US, and that's into the house. 85%, of course, goes to stakers. With that 73.55 ETH, we've bought 4.64 Bitcoin. And 85% of that is 3.947. Awesome stuff. Beautiful divs. The price might be down, but if you're staked and max shared, you're getting those divs, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So you sit back, enjoy that staking divs. You just got paid. You just got paid on your staking platform. So if you've got on here, you can just go to the stake page, of course, and it will show up down here and between these 2 lines. It doesn't show on this account. This is a blank account, but it would show up here your Bitcoin line. If you've got a registered account with a stake, it will be active, and you'll see it in here. I've got nothing in there, but that's where it will show between this big paydays, and obviously the portfolio summary is a line item that has your Bitcoin wrap Bitcoin divs, and you can withdraw that at any time, which is cool. And obviously with gas fees being a bit low at the moment. Here, look down, we've finally reached the 55. Perfect timing for the VCA because they were high in the day. It's probably why we had that gap too with some of the bids, is because the gas was so high. But now it's pretty reasonable now. You can get in at a reasonable price for 56 Gwei, 60 Gwei, 50 Gwei. So not too bad. So once again, if you want to get into the VCA today, the gas has come down now. We've still got 11, 12 minutes to go. There's still a little bit of room there, about 4.5 ETH or so, maybe 4.3. A shark has bid 30 ETH into the venture auction. Let's go and have a nosy. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go have a nosy. And we're going to check that out. Before I do that, of course, let's just check out some of the comments here. John Robinson says, oh my God, what's happening there? Yeah, it was me. The Hog says, don't tell nobody. Was that true, Hog? Let's see. We'll find out. This is the pivot. Says Cardano. Absolutely. Shame we're not on buybacks. Yeah, imagine that going onto the market. You're quite right, the Hog. That would have pumped us good time. Yeah, that would have shocked the. But you would have seen the problem is that we got probably people when it spikes like that, they like to sell into it. That's the problem. Rather than a nice little increase, I think it's kind of generally better. The Hog, we needed to eat the surplus rollers, and this is the perfect move. Absolutely, Cardano TV with you 100%. This is so exciting. But we've had such good momentum for all the fundamentals in Axion, and the price is going to be the last thing to go. So there we are. Rollovers. Prana the Hog is in the house. Absolutely. Hee nah, I wish, says Hog. Yeah, nice one, Hog. You got me, almost got me there. Pretty cool on that one. All right, maybe you did get me, I don't know. But there we are. So there we are, 30 bid coming there. $66,600 US. Woohoo! Woo! That's pretty awesome. 0.183 Bitcoin back to the person, and $6,660 US they got back. That's not too bad, is it? And then obviously paid the stakers 1.558 Bitcoin, $56,616. That's 85% of the ETH there. That's 10% of the ETH, and of course 5% goes back to the Axion Foundation for development, marketing, and obviously sustaining the ecosystem for the years to come ahead. So pretty cool there. 30 ETH, very nice. Obviously you can find the link there to the whale. I'm not sure if I can actually get to that from here. I can't with the screen, but you can check that out in your own time. There's a link to the Axion dashboard. You can check out that whale and see whether they're a big staker already. Might get a big details. We won't be too nosy, I guess, but there is a big whale. Oh, sorry, shark that's gone in there. Not whale, shark. So very cool. Well done to the shark. We love you, shark. Yeah. Num. Now, obviously with the VCA, they have the minimum stake for 120 days. And of course, if they're going to really get the max out of all the dividends in the future, they need to max share, which is 5,555 days. And you get longer pays better, which is over 300% more shares. And that's the main game. The more shares you have, the more rewards you get in an Axion. And obviously, if you're trying to swing trade prices at the moment with 000164, that's not the best strategy. The people that are winning is what Axion's designed for, and that's people that stake So max stakers been winning week after week after week. I think we've only had a couple of auctions, which have, I think we had one auction, probably the worst sellout we had was probably 35%, which is kind of my okay level. Remember, my okay level is like 30-40%. If it went under 30%, you'd be a bit dismayed for that particular auction. Obviously, this is just one day amongst many, but we've got auctions every day, folks, so pretty exciting. 8.5 minutes to go, and we're looking super good. I'm going to just get the calculator out again. Got to redo we went for 55%. We were sold out 55%, and now we're at 73.55 divided by 77.87. And we're at 94.5% sold out at the moment. So we're well over 2 VCAs. We've well sold out over 2 VCAs. We had 2.36 VCAs to sell out. Remember, the standard VCA is 500 million, which we've got one coming up shortly for VCA29, which starts in less than 10 minutes here. So that's back-to-back VCAs we've got, and it's very exciting weekend for sure. This could be the last time we have the mega VCAs for some time. Obviously, you never know what the future is, but definitely we had 2.1 billion 2 weeks ago, then we went down to 1.9 billion, and now we jumped down to 1.2 billion, and we've basically sold out all the surplus, and there's not much room left to go. Like I say, there's 4.5 ETH that's left to get to sell this out completely 100%. But hey, if it just finished right now, we'd all be pretty happy, right? Because then you've only got that small difference going over to next week, and they're going to get almost 14.9 million Axion per ETH, which is up at that record levels, and they're also getting the 10% wrap Bitcoin back. It's pretty beautiful to enter, and that 30 ETH that the shark put in was a very good move. Very good move indeed. Also, it helped the ecosystem as well. I think that's the two good things there. It helped the individual, but it also helped the Axion ecosystem and community. So pretty cool there. Let's have a quick look at what we got there. So 73.5. Oh, let me do it again. 73.55 times. Let's say 14.86. So that's 1.093 billion. 1.093 billion Axion sold, and we've got to sell 1.180. So I think I've done it right there. So we're 87 million Axions left for sale. That's it. That's all that's left. 87 million left. That's it. That's nothing, burger. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's back to the chat. I'm probably missing out on that one. And nothing matters more than Hex right now. Look at the charts. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I actually haven't looked at the chart today. Let me just go back on there. I've looked at it today, but I haven't looked at it recently. Yeah, so Hex is just sitting around that, 4.5 to 5 cent mark. It's been around at the moment most of the day. I think it went slightly over 5 cents at one stage. Interesting stuff there. All right, I think once the news comes out about the sacrifice address, Katana TV, I think that could really put the Hex on another pump, right? It could go to 10 cents plus quite easily if that livens market. Even in this pullback market, could do that. Yeah, it looks like we're still down there. I think I've refreshed this page. This is obviously CoinGecko, for those who are not familiar. So Bitcoin's just come back a little bit. Nice. We're all happy for that. Bitcoin's gone back up a little bit there. Ethereum there, just muddling around, and Binance Coin. Man, I'd love to pick up a bit more Binance Coin at 296. That's pretty decent. The low it got yesterday or whatever was 286. So that looks a bit attractive. And of course, look at that Cardano, $1.42. That seems like a steal to pick up that one. So people that may have missed out on the previous pump, that there looks really good to get in. I'm sure Katana TV agrees with that one. And yeah, look at little Elon's Dogecoin there, 33 cents. I'm not sure what that actually comes off at. Let's have a quickly look at that before we go back to the auction. I'm probably going to miss a bid at this rate. Hey, welcome to the chat, everybody. Obviously, we're doing back-to-back live streams. The closing hour of VCA28 and the opening hour of VCA29. And I hope you guys subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for notifications. And it's going to be fun times. We're having a ball here, to be honest. Every day, I agree, that every day we've been having so much fun with these auctions. They've been surprising us. The economic energy that's in Axion is very cool. May not be showing up on Uniswap, but it's definitely showing up in the auctions. It's very cool indeed. All right, so we're 55% on, what's that one? Yeah, Dogecoin. So we're 55% below, and that was 14 days ago. 55%, that's kind of on the heavy side. And once it passes that 50%, it's kind of on the heavy side. So there we are on that one. Obviously, Elon's going to need to do another tweet, right? They'll probably say, Tesla probably launch, oh, we're going to accept Dogecoin for buying Teslas next, But I think he's going to start to wane his influence on at least his influence in that sense, probably going to start to wane. I think he's probably annoyed quite a few. I really love Elon Musk, but I think he's probably, in the crypto space, he's probably annoyed a lot of people with his tweets. The first one everyone liked, right? The first one everyone liked, but when he's the second one, people didn't like so much. So that's just how it rolls with that one. It's all part of the fun and games in crypto land. We all enjoy the stuff. We see it all, and it's quite amusing. Obviously, you've got to always remain a critical thinker, and you'll do fine. So there we are. So 73.55, and we need 77.77 now. Obviously, the Axion looks like it's come down just a little bit since then. On the chain there, so let's just go back to the hourly there and jump that, and we'll go full screen on this one. So there we are, we're just bottoming out there. Obviously we all want it to start moving back up. Obviously the higher the price at some stage, then more dividends come in from that point. Obviously we need more ETH to sell it out, so we've got that balancing out. But obviously if there's more demand, more momentum coming in, higher price is one of those things that attracts more investors as well. So there's all those variables playing out. But that will be important for dividends as we go ahead. Obviously, with more people staking too, we need more of those sort of higher price to compensate and get more dividends in there. I think we can all see that as well. So there is a balancing act, but I think we're moving forward into the right direction for that with all the fundamentals. All right, 2 minutes to go, folks. That's it. 2 minutes. Cheers, everybody. This is a huge, awesome sellout. Pretty much we're at the right levels. This is fantastic, beautiful stuff. When we look back through all the bids, we saw that we had tons of fishes enter. We had quite a few squids, a couple of dolphins. I think we might have one shark, or two sharks maybe. Definitely one shark. And what a day it was. What a day that we've had for this. This is a huge result. We've still got 2 minutes to go. See if someone else sneaks in a couple more ETH, because we have, like I say, we had about 4.5 ETH or something to be able to get in there. Boom! Oh! Just as I said it, 78.15. We've still got a minute and a half to go, and it's sold out. Yeah! I don't know. Put something like FOMO or boom boom in the chat, man. Let's go off. This is party time. We've just sold out all the old VCA that wasn't sold. Has all been sold out. We're up to date, 100% now. Now we've only got standard VCAs left. This is super bullish for Axion. Seriously, Axion is a staking token. You stake and you get dividends on top of your 8% inflation, and it's going good now. This is a big signal. Let's see how that plays out over the next week. It's pretty bullish. We obviously got another standard VCA coming up, VCA29, which starts only in a minute's time. But we just sold it out, 78.15, oversold 17.6. So that auction price hasn't changed, so it's interesting, but maybe it will afterwards. Let me just refresh that on there. That's a huge surprise there. Bullish, says Cardano TV, absolutely. Let me jump back here. I think I missed a couple of comments. Yeah, I've missed a couple of comments there. Oh boy, I already got behind. It's the hog, shame we're not buyback. We needed to eat the surplus. Yep, rollovers. The hog is in the house. It's Brenner. No. Stressful struggle. Hey, you're back. Good to see you. Nothing matters more than Hex right now. I remember read that. I think I was up to that. I hope the max stake it. TV, you're in Discord. Cardano TV. Yes, Axion not official. Okay, and good morning all. Crypto Casino's in the house. Good to see you, Crypto Casino, and loving your YouTube stuff. Recording a video right now. Cardano TV, never a dull day in crypto. Absolutely. I've been in and out of crypto since BTC was 250, but this new era is the most exciting momentum in the history. Absolutely. Big game chain. Bullish. Boom, boom, says John Cardano. Awesome, especially in challenging crypto times like these. Absolutely. Send this to the presses. Sold out. Absolutely. Sold out. I like that. Sold out. Boom. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff there. I'm just so stoked. Just as I was saying it too, and I said, oh, we've still got like 2 minutes, and then boom. Obviously, that's kind of normal if it come in and it was going to happen. But actually, to get it go red, it all went red. Boom. Which is pretty cool. Which means if you go back to the auction page, you won't be able to bid in now. Well, you can slightly here because on the official Axion dashboard it says that we need 78.65. So, but on this one here it's got 77.85. We always have those discrepancies. We're not quite sure why they're there. So there is a tiny bit of room. If you want to put half of ETH in there, you could probably still bid in there on here. But if you try to bid more than that, you'd be rejected. It will just come up with a notice saying that you can't do that. I don't even know if it's going to let me do that actually. No, it won't even signal that because I've got no Ethereum in there. But there we are. That's awesome news, folks, honestly. Now, obviously, we've got this VCA coming up. It's already started. Actually, we've just ended the auction. I don't think the other ETH is going to come in, but there's a potential that some could. And because that was a soft cap, remember, not a hard cap in that sense. And obviously, there's some timing issues on the blockchain. But that's where we're at the moment. And let's just refresh this. We've got about a minute and a half. So we have finished VCA28, super successful. And now we've just started VCA number 29, folks. So we've got a second VCA. This is the back-to-back Friday, Saturday, and 500 million, 82,200. Let's see if we're going to be covering pretty much most of the opening hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe to an hour. We'll just see how we get on. And we're going to enjoy this too. This is the second one, more wrap Bitcoin diffs. So if you love the wrap Bitcoin diffs you got over the last 24 hours, and especially the last couple of minutes, you're going to love this too, I'm sure. Let's see what economic energy is out there for the first opening hour, or whether the rest of it's going to come in over the next 24 hours after obviously we had this awesome VCA, mega VCA sold out with almost 1.2 billion. That's 2.36 VCAs in one. But today we've just started VCA 29. We just got 500 million there, 82,200. We only need 33 ETH to sell this out, which means a lot of little investors could eat away at that over the next 24 hours. We'll see if someone big comes in. Maybe someone big will come in and decide to take up quite a bit of this in as they get in. Obviously, it's first in, first served, and we see that on regular auctions really big time. First in, first served. We see those big opening ETH bids on those. So very exciting, man. And let's have a look at the Uniswap rate, 13.5 million at the moment. The auction rate is 14.9 still, so similar to the previous one we just had. And congrats if you did enter VCA number 28. Congratulations to you, especially all those fishes that entered and shrimps. Congratulations. We had tons of fish enter. So when we talk about fish, we're talking about different share sizes that have, and so that's really good to see those, and I'm sure we've all been enjoying that trend of seeing shrimps and crabs and fishes go in and building up their stakes. That's a real positive sign. The ecosystem has got a lot of new investors in there, or small and existing investors deciding to take bigger positions and start getting those beautiful Axion and Bitcoin divs. So very nice there. Let's go back to this one. I'm going to refresh this, and you can see all the final numbers there. Let's go refresh this page and get that up to date. Kadana TV, woo! We're on, boys and girls, absolutely. Very cool. And the Gwei at the moment, opening at the moment, 66.50, so still not too bad. This is actually in a good range that's bearable to a lot of people that would enter. And we've just updated this new one. Let's actually check. We're going to check out some of the key numbers as well. So hope you enjoy. Once again, grab yourself a drink or something like that. Sit back. We're going to enjoy this opening hour of VCA 29. We just had an awesome VCA 28, and it's great to do that on live stream when so much action's happening. Action Jackson. So very cool. So we're up at 115 wrapped Bitcoin, folks. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. 115 wrapped Bitcoins being paid to stakers and 28 VCAs. And now we've got a 29th VCA just started. It's mad gains for stakers, man. And so we're almost at 4.2 million US dollars. And obviously we go back to Bitcoin and see what that price is at the moment. Obviously we're wrapped Bitcoin, but 36,500 for Bitcoin. And we'll just scroll down there to the actual wrap Bitcoin itself, so 36,400. Only, I think, yeah. So it's actually higher. Wrap Bitcoin's actually slightly higher on here. 36,386 is the wrap Bitcoin price. And obviously, if Bitcoin goes up double the price, then all the bags that you're holding in wrap Bitcoin will go up in price. And there we are. I still think that the wrap Bitcoin, that Bitcoin is the gold standard. Regardless, it has shrugged off so many things that's come its way. I just saw one of the big institutional investors that specializes in crypto investments said they're not going anywhere. They're just gonna, though they got hit by the pullback, their main goal is just to acquire more Bitcoin. That's what he said. We're just going to acquire more Bitcoin. And he says we're still up massive. We've got massive gains. Investors are super happy, and we're just going to acquire more Bitcoin. So that's why I'm saying it's been hit by the Chinese government. It's hit by regulations from the SEC. It's been hit by even tweets by wealthiest person in the world, it just will shag it, basically push it off and move forward. Obviously, it gets little hits and it pulls back like we do, but we did have a massive run up, so watch out for that. And I still think that it has a key role as the first crypto and the gold standard, obviously Satoshi, and that will play its role in the market. But obviously we've seen Ethereum, good chance Ethereum could do a flippening, but of course now we've got other second layers, we've got bridges coming in, we've got Pulsechain, there's a lot happening in the game that's changing. We've got way more investors in the second cycle, we can see that in the price, we've got more institutional investors, and obviously we'll see where that heads. Obviously there is the issue of electricity, and let's see how that goes. There is an upgrade coming, a small upgrade coming for Bitcoin as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it's coming out too. So we'll watch the space on that. But I do think we've also got the halvenings happening in Bitcoin. There's not many Bitcoin to come out. We know that there's about 4 million lost. So I still think there's a huge road ahead for that its role in the crypto. But obviously it's probably going to get flipped by other crypto chains because they're better technology, got bigger ecosystems, bigger businesses, and I think they're probably going to end up outdoing them. So that's just my opinions on the topic. Let us know in the chat what you think. Feel free to smash that like button too while you're there. All right, so let's go back here. We're back here. We're just waiting for some ETH to come in and enjoying this one. Just refresh that one there. Cool. It's a whale just staked 222 million. For 120 days, so there we are. They did the minimum, so there we are. That looks like one of those there. There's a lot of people that went in, but that was actually a shark that went to the last one, so we'll watch out for that. Let's go to the activity. I want to go to the activity again, check that out in a bit more detail. Where's that 30 ETH? So we had 30 ETH from the shark, and then we had another shark did 4 ETH, and then we had a dolphin do 0.6 ETH. So those were the last two that came in there. After that, we had a whales just done a 222 million stake for 120 days. Excuse me. So they've come out. That's that whale that entered in earlier. They've come out and just done the minimum. So we take into account they're obviously not going to stake long term. So there we are. That's where they go. You can actually check out. Let's see if actually it's on our whale list. It is on our whale list. So 3867. It looks like it is on our whale watch list. So it looks like that's what they've done, folks. And we can scroll down. They have 3 billion. This is still the biggest whale, I believe, or second biggest that we've been watching, and maybe the biggest one. I have to double check on that one. There they've started a new stake there from the looks of it. So anyway, congrats to them. They all play an economic role in the ecosystem. So we'll go from there. Let's quickly do some wrap-up numbers before we go back to the auction. We've got 276.3 billion Axion total supply, 45.5 billion liquid. Obviously, we've just had a VCA finish, and we've got 3 billion sitting in a dev wallet there that's still included in here. So really, we're down to about 42.5. We actually got down to about 41 earlier in the day. I thought, or late, yeah, I think it was earlier in the day, which is pretty amazing. We're at 42.5 billion. It says stake 83.5, but we're actually probably higher than that, probably close to the 84 mark if we make those adjustments. Crypto rank 756, 24,281 total stakes, folks, and 9.18 million average stake size. 2,260 is the average stake length. Keeps ticking up there. I think it was 255 yesterday. Market cap 15.12 million. So we've got a long way to go with the market cap. So if you're a new investor to Axion, you're getting in with a market cap like that. There's a long bullish way upwards there. Share rate is 1.1514. In other words, basically stake earlier than later. The share rate keeps going up, so you can get less shares for your Axion when you go to stake them. So it's always the basic principle there. And there's nothing in the auction there yet. We just need 33 to sell it out though, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. 14.9, very good Axion ratios at the moment. Could last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We'll see. We'll actually go back in time and have a look at that. Let's look at total shares. Well, we're at it. 562 billion Axion shares in total. That is the main game in Axion for determining rewards. The more of that shares you've got, the more of the rewards you get. So there we are, 562 billion. Obviously, as this goes up, we probably do want the Axion price to start going up slightly, whatever level that is, to get more dividends. dividends into the auctions to spread it out amongst the stakers. So at some point we will need a turning point of that. We obviously have the Axion launch pad. That's very important too, because that gives you more dividends in the sense that it gives you airdrops, gives you access to IEOs, which give you a potential for getting good ROIs. That's X factors, maybe 2x, 3x, 4x or more. It gives you a good, better APY on some of them, depending on what type of strategic partner they are. And obviously there's a bigger picture with the strategic partners that we do IEOs with. Anyway, there's more in the pipeline, more negotiations happening. We also had that was on TrustSwap, which is pretty cool. They've done lots of successful launches on there. So we're actually building out a really nice ecosystem for the long term. Very cool. All right, so let's have a quick check. We're down at 110.95 billion max share stake club. This is the big asset in Axion. These are people that stake 15.2 years. We've got 7,627 of them. Very cool indeed. That's a big deal, and that's being leveraged to get more value and attracting more people, because people are looking in crypto. Where are the good investors that are staying around, that want to stay around, that aren't just pumpers and dumpers, and where are the ones that really are committed? And Axion's one of the few ones out there with a big organic, with the top number organic people that are wanting to stake that long and willing to get dividends. So that's really good. It's giving us a unique position in the market, and that's being actually used by the strategy and marketing director Punky and the rest of the Axion team are using that, fully leveraging that space. People are actually coming to them to actually get involved because they like that kind of investor, and that's pretty special in crypto. 115 wrapped Bitcoin paid to stakers, 82.25 actually withdrawn by stakers from the staking platform into their wallets, and who knows what they're doing. But once again, people are getting wealthy with wrapped Bitcoin, and they're getting wealthy with Axion. Obviously the market values of those go up and down, so if they're patient, they're likely to be rewarded with some higher prices and higher asset values. But that also plays around, that actually loops around. They can actually spend that within the ecosystem as well. Very cool. All right, so that's where we're at, folks. That's a pretty good wrap up, I think, and we'll go to the price at the moment. So just sitting around this 0.0001643, very much at the bottom. So let's see where it goes. Should be only going up from here, but we'll see what the market decides. Obviously, the big macro sentiment is that the market had a big pullback again, and so we'll watch that as well. Let's just quickly check on the Bitcoin, and we'll have a look, go out, and let's scroll out maybe. The all-time high was a month ago for Bitcoin, 43.8%, so that's a bit of time now. So let's go to a 90-day chart, and let's have a look on the linear scale, and we'll check that out for a second. Hey, once again, welcome to the chat and the live stream. We're obviously doing opening hour, sniping hour for VCA29, 500 million AXN up for grabs. If you want to enter the VCA, you can hit the link below, and you can get onto the Axion dashboard and staking page and enter with some Ethereum. Just hook up your wallet to do that. You get 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin, and you also potentially get up to 10% discount to the market price, which is pretty cool. Those two benefits are pretty valuable. Minimum staking period is 120 days, maximum 555. Obviously, if you stake long, then you get way more shares with longer pays better, over 300%. That's pretty much how it rolls. And you sit back and relax and earn minimum 8% inflation plus dividends from the future auctions and wrapped Bitcoin and Axion. Very cool. And obviously the wrapped Bitcoin's paid in real time, so you can claim it at any time into your wallet. Very cool. All right, so that's where we are at the moment. So we see what I mean. It's quite different from 2017, 2018. We're flying above here for ages and ages, now about 3 months or something. And then we had this fits into the Wyckoff, I think it's called the Wyckoff pattern, and it just shows you that that was probably being have some management there by some big influencers, big Bitcoin holders, big institutions potentially, all that sort of stuff, and it fits the pattern quite well. We've jagged down here. That's why I said when we were here, we bounced back up here. I said, be careful up here buying, because there's a good chance it will go down again. Of course it did, and this could happen again. So that's why we're just going to be a bit more cautious with buying assets, because obviously if Ethereum goes below 2,000, then that's going to be important as well, because obviously Ethereum was moving to half the value of Bitcoin, and potentially could later in the year could flip it. So I don't think we're in a bear market yet. I still think we're in a bull market, but I think it's sometimes also, if we are in a bull market scenario, then sometimes it's healthy to have this pullback so that we can actually go to a new high, and the new high could be up for Bitcoin. Sit back, but it could be up at that 125, 150,000 mark from here if this healthy bull stays. So we have to wait and see. If we get another move down, that might change that thing, and we're suddenly in a bear market. So just be patient with that one. We'll just see what happens. We're in a very tentative part at the moment, I think. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so we're 15 minutes in, folks, and we're still waiting for some ETH to come in the sniping hour. Obviously, that big auction takes a lot of energy, excitement, I guess, out of the bidders, but we'll wait and see where that heads. Well, let's go to the chat here. Probably got a little bit behind, not too far actually. That's cool. Just pausing your video as recording. Says Crypto Casino. Very nice one there, Crypto. Keep pumping out those videos, Crypto Casino, yeah, we love it when you cover the Axion in particular as well. Obviously, you cover a lot of different projects, but Axion is always great when you do that. Thank you, bidders, for your divs. Yummy, yummy, says Prana. Well done, Prana. Hey, Mr. Froz, good morning, sir. Hope you're enjoying your Rat Bitcoin div, sir. Wow, we're basically at 2.36 Bitcoin, 2.36 VCAs yesterday, so you would have got 2.36 times your normal Rat Bitcoin divs, Mr. Farage, so I hope you're enjoying that. Lamzo's in the house, famous person that we love to quote. Lamzo's in the house. Hey, Superman, congrats on all sold out Mega VCA. Absolutely awesome, eh? And what a back-to-back Mega VCA and then back-to-back VCAs. I mean, it's party time in Axion. So raise your glasses, everybody. Cheers. Enjoy the Rat Bitcoin divs. Enjoy the excitement of the auctions. And if you're not into Discord and Telegram, get in there and get some energy on those platforms as well. I think we've got some more work. I think the Discord goes pretty well. I think we've got more work to do for Telegram. It used to be really humming in Telegram. I think we probably need to do a few little maybe promotions and stuff like that, but not to just to anybody, but to maybe some targeted stuff to get some real genuine type of investors in there. We probably need to do a bit of work on the Telegram, but certainly it has picked up on Telegram, but I think we could do a lot better in there as well. So, but certainly Discord hums along pretty nicely, and we get. I've noticed we've been getting new investors coming in there. That's really cool too. Obviously we don't want just anybody in crypto. There's a lot of people that are just after quick, pump and dumps. We want people that really like to stake. It doesn't matter. People. We also will always have some swing traders and that. That's crypto, and that's nothing wrong with that too. It also adds economic energy. Those players also play a role with liquidity and velocity and all the rest of it. So it's not too bad. But obviously that's what we want to do. Now, I think there's probably going to be some targeting of Uniswap liquidity, so we'll probably have some incentives coming out for the Uniswap targeting. There's we had some dialogue in Discord the other day about that back and forth. So there'll probably be some tactical things to target Uniswap liquidity. So look out for that. That's another thing that's probably coming up, and we'll see where that lands as well. Obviously, we've got some auction tweet votes that are coming up, but there's some other stuff behind that which I'm not aware of. So we'll see how that fits in. Very neat indeed. All right, let's see it on the DMV. Yeah, let's get that's where we're at. So I'll come back up here to the daily chart, and let's watch this one here. And we'll come back. Yeah, for me, if this bottomed out here, that'd be not too bad. I really don't want Ethereum really to go back down to below 2,000. I really do want it to stay up there. So we'll see what happens there. If it stayed at over 1,800, if it did go below 2,000, went to 1,800, and then popped back the next day, that'd be okay probably. But they don't really want it to go under there, because if it starts slipping below 1,800, you're talking about going down into a true bear market, and so we don't want that. See, we're at 45. We're teetering at that period. We obviously on the lowest candle, I think we got to 2050 or something memory. So we just got to be careful there on that one. So that's some thoughts there. Anyway, I thought I've gone through the just there. I just noticed Internet Computer ICP. I haven't really known much about that one, and I noticed that jumped into the top 10. So that was interesting. We had a bit of jockeying position. We had Binance move down one, of course, underneath Tether. So there was a bit of moving around the positions there. Don't often see too many movements, but that's what we saw. And yeah. All right, so we're still waiting for some ETH to come in. Almost 20 minutes into the opening hour of VCA29. 500 million AXN up for grabs, $81,830. 33.24 ETH to sell it out. Very nice, attractive rate again. 14.8. Let's actually go back to what I was going to say was the Gwei is actually getting more reasonable, even coming down. It's still a couple of 40s on standard, but definitely down in the 50s there. So that's going to be really cool for bidding. Let me just reconnect this one up. I'm going to go. Hopefully this pulls up the history. I want to pull this up, and hope you guys are enjoying your Rat Bitcoin divs. If you haven't checked those up lately, I just kind of let them accumulate. I try not to think about them too much, and then it's probably kind of the best way to let them accumulate up there before you know, hey, that's pretty cool, and you look back at it. Some people obviously try to utilize it. They may put it into other money-making ventures, maybe to do that. So it depends on what you want to do. I'm not sure what it's not updating the history there. I was going to go through some of the history. Let me just refresh that again. Cheers. Yeah, well, after the live stream, of course, I normally get my dinner because it's, what time is it now? 7:22 p.m. on Saturday. So I'll probably get some dinner for that. Let's connect that again. I'm going to try this one more time. Hopefully it will update with the history. I wanted to show you some of the rates. Let's count that through. Come on, update. Yeah, we got it. So we're going to look back in time. Obviously, this is the VCA. We just closed 78 ETH. That's pretty beautiful. And 14.8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 up in over the 14 million. And obviously our all-time high was the 15th of May, 15.3 million. So we've got 8 days. So are we going to run for 2 weeks with at auction rates like this? That'd be incredible if that is the case. Or we're just going to peter out after maybe 7 to 10 days. Obviously day 8 already. We'll see what today's is. Today will be another one. So maybe it will last 10 days. Maybe it will last 2 weeks. Let me know in the chat what you think. Whether you think it's going to last 2 weeks. These high auction prices that rates they're getting. See, before that we're getting way back down. And obviously as we go back down with the higher Axion price, you're getting much less in the auction, all the way back down to that pretty epic day where we had 250. You can see me just tracking back here in time. Just looking for the little one. Oh, there we are. So there was that day. Remember that, it's 26th of January. It shall live in Axion infamy and history. We had 5.3 ETH in there, 206,000 Axion per ETH. Just take that in, folks. 206,000. So that's not actually the 50 that we had, the 50 that came in. Let me see on that one. So yeah, that's just bizarre. I don't even remember that day actually. I kind of remember it, but not really. Was it this day here? No, it wasn't that day. Maybe some data issues on this. 150. Let me go back and fire. But anyway, maybe I do remember that 206. 5.3 ETH went in that day. There was only 1 million Axion in there. Maybe I do remember that. But 2.89, it was 250. So there's 2 of them. Can you imagine getting that now? You're getting 14 to 15 million at the moment, and back then there's a couple of days that you're only getting 200 to 250 thousand Axion. That's really quite different. Obviously prices were different and things were different then, but it still is quite amazing, just the ratio difference. And then we're just going back a little bit here, and then this one here we had 36,000. Obviously in the auction there was 240, but we had different auctions, of course. We had penalties rolling in or something back then. And we got this 59 here, 59. Okay, that's what it's saying. I don't even remember that, to be honest. For 130. I was just trying to find the famous one. Anyway, some interesting stuff there. We go right back, some stuff. So, okay, we actually, it says here we got down a low of 36. This is mind-boggling. I don't know exactly whether that's accurate or not, but that's the lowest one I remember was 250 or something, which was with the 50 ETH from Sheldon that time. But yeah, that's where we are, folks. So 8 days in a row we've had these record level rates. So we'll see where we end up on this one. Sometimes really cool to look back in time and just see what we were getting then, what we're getting now. Obviously, Axion prices have been different over different periods, but that's where we are at the moment. All right, so let me go back in the chat there. We've got, well, Shark Max stake 600 million 10 minutes ago. I'll check that out, Prana. Thanks for that. Those were when we had those really small auctions. That's right, from penalties with only the like 30 million Axion up for the auction also. Yeah, we had those 6 at the beginning. We had 6, I think it was 6 mega VCAs, which were huge. And we're talking about we had like 17 billion or something, and then it was slowly coming down every week. And they got rid of that structure. It didn't quite start to work, and as we went on, obviously it was all new, and they were just seeing how it went. Some of them, the first couple were they sold out quite strongly. I think we suddenly had some issues. That's why we've ended up restructuring. I think our structures looks pretty good now. Even less than 1 million at times for up to auction here. Lots of people overbidding and getting angry and complaining about those. Yeah, so it's all a learning experience. They were kind of new in that regard. So I think we've got a nice balance now, and that's really cool. So Axion's maturing, learning, innovating. That's really cool in the space, and they're not continuing. This year has been incredible from the Axion development team. It really has been amazing what they've been able to deliver. Oh, 38th! Oh my gosh! Oh, what? What? 30th! Back-to-back 30th! Oh my gosh! What? What? Oh, that's what? What? That's crazy! That's crazy! That is crazy stuff! Oh my gosh! Oh, that's truly epic! Oh my gosh! Sold out, Sonic Boom, maybe the same shark. That is absolutely freakish. Alex says, Jesus, yeah, holy, yeah, far out. Amen to that. Far out. Some divine intervention in here. This is pretty amazing. 30 there. Wow. 14.9 million ETH. Oh, that's amazing. So whoever put that in, let's do the maths, folks. Times 14 let's say 14.9. That's 447 million Axion, man. OMG. Plus 10% wrap Bitcoin back. OMG, that's my... And then minimum stake 120 days. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Only 3 ETH left in there. Holy moly. Wow, that's amazing. This could be a very short live stream. I think this could be very short. I mean, we've obviously been going for back-to-back. We're at 80 minutes, but that's incredible stuff. There's only 3 ETH left, so that's amazing. All right, so 30 over 33.3. So we're at 90% sold. Boom. Oh my gosh, that was one of the best moments. See how exciting it is? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like I was there talking about stuff, and then 30 ETH in there. That's actually awesome. It's, you know, I mean, the price, the Axion price not be where we want it to be, but everything else is just boom, FOMO, turning point. These two back-to-backs are turning points for Axion, man. This is a major turning point. Wow. I always expect like maybe 5 ETH or 10 ETH or 15 ETH. But when you get these big ones, 30 and 50 ETH, we used to get a couple of those 50 ETH. And we even had some 100 ETH, haven't we? We had some 100, I think we had 1 or 2. Can't remember how many. Let me know in the chat if you think you know how many 100 ETH bids we've had in. I definitely know that we've had at least 2. I'm pretty confident we've had at least 2. Yeah, pretty amazing. And wrap Bitcoin divs, folks. Seriously, let's scroll up. Oh, it's just not showing up yet. It hasn't updated. Let me refresh the page. I've got to refresh. That happened so quick. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. I don't think that's updated yet. That's still sitting at the same number. Let's go back over here. Yeah, not sure what's happened there. Let me jump back. It's just not updated yet there. It hasn't even updated. The Bitcoin stake is here, so waiting for that to update. That just came in. I don't think we can see the bidder, but we're going to have to check that out, folks. Hope you guys are loving this. This is just crazy good, man. Crypto Casino vid done back. He sold out nice. Yeah, mega awesome. Crypto Casino. The shark is trolling you, huh? Is it the same one? Oh, we'll find out, man. A shark with 30 ETH. Oh, man. Maybe they'd planned to buy it all out. Maybe they planned. Let's have a look. It is 38.67, man. That shark, bro. That's no ordinary shark. Let's have a look. Let's go scroll down here. 30 bid there, shark again, 30, 66,000, 10%, 0.184, 1.56 paid to stakers. My goodness. Appears to be the same account, doesn't it? Where was that last one? 30. I can't actually scroll on here to see it. I don't think it works. Without me ruining the screen for you guys, I can't actually find the link because it doesn't show. You can see that there, but that's epic, man. Wow. Now let's go back here. We had that big stake you said, Prana pointed out. There we are. We had the shark there, 607 million. Axion staked 555 days, and that's amazing. That would have probably been this one here, right? So. Let's see. Let's go on to that. We can actually look at that one. Let's go check it out. Why not? Let's use our nose and be a bit nosy. So there we are. It's a different one here actually. 1112. Okay, that's something new. All right, let's go in here. They've got existing stakes though. They've got existing stakes. 22, 36, 36, 21. Let's see. So 607 max shared. Beautiful. We love those sharks, man. We love those ones. We love those accounts. We love those accounts. That's beautiful. Beautiful thing. I better not get too emotional. Might get upset there. But wow. And they've already got Bitcoin. Look at that. Withdrawn. So they're just up their stakes, man. Someone has just upgraded. Now they own now 0.49% of all shares now. So it's basically 0.5% of all shares on the line they own. 10.32 years. It's a very nice profile. Very cool indeed. And wow. Okay, they're on the watch list though. They've pretty neat. They're going to go over 1 billion staked from the looks of it. Is that what am I seeing there? Or no, they just jumped up to that. No, they're jumping up to that. So they're at 392. They probably made another bid in there. It's a good chance. If that's the same account, they may be going over 1 billion staked. That's a huge investor then. Wow. Alex, if you want to check out and just see whale masquerading as a shark, I think we get a few of those, eh? I think the big accounts, sometimes they split up their stuff. We do get a bit. Exactly right, Katana TV. That's why I forgot it was a venture auction. More damn divs. Yeah, so more damn divs. Damn it! Stop giving me rat Bitcoin divs. Stop it. So awesome. Hey, well done, Katana TV. Well done, mate. And let me have a look at John Atkins says, I took a break to get showered and heard you shout that shower. Amazing bit, very exciting. Yeah, sorry if it was too loud there, John. But there it is indeed. Maybe just treat my shouts as a notification bell. John Robinson is indeed the same guy. It is. Okay, cool. So they're obviously taking out a bigger position. Now, let's assume it's not the board of investors and it's actually a new investor. They're obviously increasing their position. But I did notice that one of them, this one here is really positive because that's max shared. That's what we want to see, people long shared stakes. And that's very cool with this size. So I'm happy about that. Same shark with 30 bid in back-to-back VCAs. Pretty neat. That shark bought the freaking dip. Yeah, that's the other thing. They're getting an incredible rate. Like we say, we've only had 8 days with Axion at this rate. This is a perfect market time with the price, and they're probably good stuff that they know it's going up. So pretty awesome. Let's probably wrap up now. I think here we go at the moment, 86 minutes. So we'll probably wrap it up. We'll go for 4 more minutes. So that will end up with an hour and a half exactly on the live stream. So 4 more minutes, folks, and I'll just wrap up through the things here. Let's go back to the auction. We're 90% sold. We've got a little bit of room, so we'll go for 4 more minutes. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. The Gwei is still nice, 50.45, very cool. And for those that came out of the VCA, the good thing is Gwei's cheap, and they can withdraw, cheap. They can withdraw and stake at a much more reasonable price. What did we say yesterday? Was it $60, $70, $80, something like that? Maybe 65 or something, can't remember now. But that's good that Gwei's like this if they're withdrawing and staking. Some people don't live next to it, they might come in later in the day. So hopefully they'll have low Gwei too to withdraw and stake. And obviously if they did that, if they'd staked earlier, they would have got that more of those wrapped Bitcoins straight away, right? Which I think that last one did with the 600 million. They probably would have benefited from. If it's the same one, they would have got their own dividends back from their own ETH again on top of that. So that's pretty smart. So yeah, it's quite interesting when you think about these things around. But yeah, that's cool. And the price is at 000166. Let's see how that goes over the next day. We'll catch you obviously tomorrow. We'll have a short live stream tomorrow, but maybe 20-30 minutes, and we'll just see where we get to with the price there. But super bullish, folks. This is huge news, and we'll see where that takes Axion over the next week. It's going to be fundamentally interesting to see where the demand will go. And whether the price, people start buying that price up. The price is super cheap too, just like the auction has got all the incentives. That's the thing, that's why everyone's going in there, but the price is actually super cheap, and I think that there'll be people looking out and going, yeah, if the market's stable enough over the next couple of days, next week say, yeah, let's start snapping this up. Probably happen earlier than that, of course, you never get the timing right, but that there looks very attractive, doesn't it? 000116, oh my gosh. And with all these VCAs selling out, super bullish, all the fundamentals are super bullish. So let's see whether people start to say, yeah, Axion's cheapest chips, let's get in there, and this is a valuable place to be. And and hopefully the majority will keep max sharing staking, because that really gets to the point where we squeeze that liquidity off Uniswap. Like I say, I think they're going to do some tactics to target that as well, in addition to all the other cool things. And we've got Axion 3.0, so much coming, folks. I don't want to repeat it. It's just amazing what's coming up ahead. So there's only about 2.3 ETH left, so we'll probably get those, that will get bid in over the next 23.5 hours, so I don't think that's going to be an issue either. So 89 minutes, so there we are. Let's have a quick go here. Epic stream. Shucks smells the blood, says Brian. Absolutely fantastic stream as always, Alex. Hey, thanks again, Alex, for moderating. Thank you, Shark112. Yeah, awesome stuff there. And hey, there's heaps of big investors out there with ETH, so we'll see how they go. How am I doing for stream? 1 minute to go, folks. Just about wrapped up. Just wait to see if we will get any more in there. Sometimes we've got so many, 23.5 hours to go to get some in there. And let's close that out. So here is the price. I'm just going to, and there is the market price at the moment. Bitcoin 36,320,000 holding there. Let's do hope that holds here. But of course, just be wary about that. We've had awesome news in Axion. Despite what happens in the market, we've been having awesome auctions. And there we are. That's where we're at. So if you want to be one of the last people to get in today's VCA, you can use the link below, and you've got up to 3 Ethereum you can put in there, and you'll get away with doing that. Very cool. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everybody. What an epic live stream it was. Again, we've had some fun times the last couple of weeks in particular, and today's back-to-back was truly epic. I think our last back-to-back was pretty fun too, but today was a complete sellout. And not much going ahead till next week. Actually, let's quickly look at that before I just sign off. And we can actually go to the future. And we can see that we've got 21 million in next week's Friday auction. Only 21 million, folks. Don't get upset, but it's only 21 million. But this is actually a bullish sign that we've washed up all that old Axion out of the old VCAs. Very good indeed. And it bodes well for the future. I think we're going to see some fun things happen over the next week in the market and auctions, so watch out for that. All right, thanks for watching, and take care, and enjoy your weekend. And for those late at night, have fun. Cheers.